Are you at or near fucking rock bottom? Could be physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever the fuck. I know it feels like absolute shit now, but in retrospect, rock bottom can be a transformative place because it's then that we have to make a decision about whether we're going to surrender to the story we keep telling ourselves about our life and circumstances, or we make it a point to understand that those thoughts are not real, and then grab the reins of our mind and begin steering it towards a new fucking way of thinking based on a new ideal of who and or what we want to be. I know sometimes it feels absolutely impossible to do so because we're accustomed to performing action in either a good or at least a neutral state or mood. We've got to learn to perform actions while fucked, like just get out of fucking bed no matter how much you don't want to, like that. It's about beginning the long, arduous process of trading unreal, shitty thoughts for equally unreal, positive, and productive ones. They're just electrical impulses in the silent spaciousness of your mind. Don't let them fucking run you. It's hard to do, but it's much harder being a victim of your own default interpretation of your circumstances. I promise it's worth clawing your ass out, and you will have to claw tooth and nail, but there's amazing shit on the other side of such suffering. Motherfuckers who have to play the game of life on level 10 have the opportunity to become fucking masters of this game. To start, you just have to want it and aim every single fiber of your being towards that goal, because you're worth it, no matter what your dumbass thoughts say. I know you're tired, lordy, don't I fucking know it, and I'm not the boss of you. You either make the decision to unfuck yourself no matter what, or you don't, and are carried away to the lower depths of rock bottom, your own personal hell. That's where folks just give up because suffering, rock bottom or otherwise, always feels like it's going to be forever. But guess what? Nothing, not even rock bottom, is perpetual because every fucking thing in reality is subject to change. Everything but one thing. It's an ineffable awakeness in which all things occur, including you, including thought and mental events. By the way, you're not your fucking thoughts. You know that, right? You're that other thing. And guess what else? Conquering suffering is the fast track to uncovering that truth. Look, I cannot possibly generalize to the point that I cover every possible flavor of suffering. There are afflictions and situations that are out of our control for sure, and it's nobody's fault and it feels unfair, and sometimes all we can do is develop what most folks never will, which is an intense appreciation and gratitude for those little moments where we just feel fucking normal. Most folks are running around chasing big shit and not appreciating it when they do obtain the supposed big shit, but fostering gratitude while suffering, even for a moment, can be transformative. But then there's also being addicted to a shitty narrative in your head that you just keep regurgitating to yourself, a story that you keep embellishing over and over. Then there's also our proclivity to want to release responsibility by adopting the notion that we're victims. There's also doing dumb shit like putting fucked up shit into our meat tractors. You know what I'm talking about. Then wondering why the fuck our check engine light is on, aka panic attacks, and our mind and mood is all fucked up. It's all connected, folks. If you can't do it for yourself, consider that if you can figure out how to unfuck yourself, then someday some motherfucker is going to be feeling like you and suffering as you are now. And what a gift you could give to help lift up just one person to not have to go through what you are going through. You could be a lifeline to somebody. You could change a life for the better so that they can in turn do the same someday for another. That's how you make this intense fucking suffering worth it. And is there any greater gift than that to help alleviate suffering? But you've got to figure it out for yourself first. It's up to you. You've got this. Not because I say so, because you fucking say so. So, I hope you fucking say so. Toodaloo.